Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Growth Program. I'm Sandra, and I know that you're tempted to just skip ahead and to move to the other modules because that's how I do it. When I get inside a new program, I want to click around. I want to see what's in module 4. I want to skip to the exciting parts or the things that sound exciting. But here's what I've learned in building this. And actually, in building it while I was still in mid flip, the order matters. So every step in this program is built on the previous one. So skipping around is going to waste your time, because if you skip around and you haven't built your brand yet, before you know it, you're running ads and you're building an audience of people that are not suited for your specific membership. That's not a membership. That's just busy work with a monthly bill attached. So this page has one job. I want to tell you exactly what to do first, second, third, and fourth, and nothing else. If you follow in this order, you'll never feel lost. And you'll also know exactly what's next. And if you look at the bottom of each page, we've got a previous button and we've got a next button. So it's really very simple. If you're on a page and you haven't done the previous assignment, hit the previous button, complete the previous assignment, and then move forward. So, and one thing I want to make it perfectly clear, the first 90 days is not about performance. It's all about gathering your data. So it takes the pressure off. So don't worry about you got to collect, 10 members in the first 90 days. That's not what we're doing. The first 90 days is all about getting your data. So you're not ready to launch and to count on getting members immediately. You learn what works, so when you do launch, you'll have more success. If something doesn't work in month 1, that's not a failure. That's information that you needed to keep in your back pocket because you'll need it. So the first thing I want you to do is to complete your constraint analysis. This is not optional. It comes before goal 1. Actually, it comes before the foundation that you need to do. So before you build anything, you need to do this one thing that's standing between you and the income goal that you have. It's not a guess. It's not a hunch. It's the real number. That's what the constraint analysis is. And I learned this from my mentor, Laurel Portier. That's where I'm actually running her ecosystem in the membership thing, that the real estate growth program that I'm teaching y'all. So it's a short and it's a direct diagnostic. There's only a few questions and it's about your revenue goals. What a member is worth to you, what your close rate is, and what you're doing right now to generate leads. And just be honest with it. I know when I did mine, I had to say, look, I'm not getting leads yet. I haven't sold anything in the membership yet. This is a new program for me, and I have just started recording content, and I just told it exactly what happened. I told them exactly what I was doing in the flip, exactly why I started the membership and everything. So just be honest and answer the questions as honestly as you can, because you're only hurting yourself if you go in there and say you've got everything solved, and because you don't want to have embarrassment. You're not going to learn that way. You've got to be honest with it, and that way it can help guide you through every single step of this program, so that by the end you're going to know your single biggest constraint. And it may be volume. That means the number of people that you've got seeing your offer or seeing your content. It may be the conversions that you're getting. It may be that you don't have a lead generation activity at all. Whatever it is, you're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be on your specific journey. Do not compare yourself to anybody else in this membership. Your journey is yours. Just try to be better tomorrow, or try to be better today than you were yesterday. And every step after this one will make more sense once you have your constraint analysis. It takes about 10 minutes. So answer honestly. Again, this is real numbers, not goal numbers. And this tool only works if you're straight with it. And do not go to the foundation until you have finished this constraint analysis. Everything downstream gets built on top of what we're doing right now. So here's the path. There's 4 goals in my membership, and it needs to be done in order. Once your constraint analysis is complete, then the next step to do is the foundation documents. That's going to help you identify exactly who your avatar is. And everything that gets built on after that is going to be built on top of this. Each goal unlocks the one after it, so don't skip ahead. I promise it will not slow you down. And like I said, the foundation is the next thing that you need to do. And then after you finish all the foundation documents, then you can move to goal 1, which is where you create your membership. You determine what it solves. Right now, you don't have a structure, you have an idea. This step turns it into, I should probably build a membership. It turns it into a real specific offer with a real specific person that you're serving. You'll know exactly, when you're done, you're going to know exactly who you serve. And when you can say it in one sentence, who your membership is for and what they'll get from it, what the transformation is, that's when you know you're done with goal 1. Then you move on to goal 2. Goal 2 is where you're going to create the brand that's going to attract members. So what it solves is you can't grow a membership that nobody's ever heard of. This step gets you in front of the right people. Using the Content Clarity Framework and the $5 a day ad approach. It's not a big budget. There's no guesswork. No sitting in front of a blank page wondering what to post. You'll know that you've done this and you've achieved this goal when you're having 100 messenger conversations a week. Once you've done that, you completed goal 2, you're ready to move to goal 3. This is where you create the brand and you create the brand trust. You're creating the brand in goal 2. Your goal 3, you're continuing to create the brand, but here's where you start building the trust. You're turning those, you had cold leads at goal 2. You introduced yourself, you told them what you do, you're solving problems for them, you start having conversations with them, you've now got a warm audience. And then goal 3 is where you turn that warm audience into a hot audience that's going to buy from you. You're building trust in this one. So what it solves is most people aren't ready to join the day they find you. And this step builds the follow-up system. You're going to have the email built, the retargeting ads, and the text automation built. And that keeps you in front of your audience until they are ready to purchase. Even on weeks where you're at the job site and you can't personally respond, you'll know you've done this when your membership is growing month after month, not just when you happen to have time to think about it. So once your membership is growing month after month, then you go to goal 4. And this is where you are retaining the members and continuing to grow the community. And what it solves is getting a member is only half the job. This step is what keeps them. You're keeping your members on track. You're keeping them progressing. You're celebrating wins inside the community. And you're gently re-engaging anyone who's gone quiet before they fully check out. You'll know you've done this when your members are advancing. They're sharing success stories, and they're sending you referrals without being asked. So why this order and why not another one? A safety net with holes is not a safety net. Every goal in this program exists to close a specific gap, and each one depends on the one before it being finished, not just started. Building a brand before you know who it is for, like in goal 1, you're not wasting ad spent talking to someone who's not particularly, who is not going to be interested in what you have to offer. Chasing leads before you have a follow-up system in goal 3, and you lose the ones you worked so hard to get. Getting members before you have the retention goal or the retention plan in place, like in goal 4, and you'll spend your whole life replacing the ones who quietly leave. You'll possibly have constant churn in your membership. So yeah, this month you have 20 people paying you whatever your fee is a month. And then you lose 5 of those members. Now next month you got to replace 5 to just get back where you were this month. That's what we're trying to avoid with goal 4. We're trying to get you to keep the members that you have and to continue to grow the membership. So you don't do it in the wrong order, and none of this will happen. So where you go right now is you got to complete the constraint analysis. That's your only job today. Go do that. And then at the bottom of this page, you're going to have the next button, and that's going to take you to the next page in the membership. So thank you so much and welcome, and take time every single day to come in this membership. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're having problems with, and document your progress. Thanks a lot and good luck.